I got the flavor, I got the flow. Captain D's, I'm about to show. I'm the one, the king of the game, spitting fire, igniting the flame. I'm unstoppable.
What's up, everybody? Captain D's here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys something a little bit different. Today, they actually announced that they're updating the bans and restricted list on August 12th in Japan. What this means is we're going to have a complete and utter shake-up of the meta come August 12th. The Western metas are probably going to have about 6 months until the changes that they announce are going to come into effect over here. But still, seeing that the changes are happening are very exciting. So I thought, why not take a nice little dive, see what might get changed, might get errated, what might get limited, and what might get banned come August 12th. So let's take a look. So first off, let me address a lot of the rumors that are happening. A lot of people are saying that the law leader is going to get banned, similarly to how the Sakazuki leader got banned. In my opinion, I don't think the law leader is the issue. I've been a law main since it came out in set 4.5. But it's always been strong. It's always been its own little mechanic that, you wipe away a character, you put up something on the board. It's just the fact that some of the cards in the card pool have gotten a little bit too strong. I don't think it's the leader's fault. I think it's the card's fault. But some people want to see the law leader just completely wiped from the earth. Again, not me. Target number 1 would be Black Moria. Black Moria is absolutely cracked. It is the main reason why an OPO8 law is so dominant against every other deck that isn't law. It's because of this card. Not only is it a 2K, but it will ramp you 5 Dawn. Yes, 5 Dawn for free in any given turn. It's actually disgusting. I've used it plenty of times. I'll be at 6 Dawn, I'll -3 Dawn, summon this, bottom deck summon somebody's character. They're at 8 Dawn, I activate the effect, I ramp up 5 Dawn, I'm at 10 Dawn the next turn. It doesn't feel fair. I feel like I'm cheating. No one's having fun except me. But hey, that's not the point. What is the point is this card should not exist in law. I don't think this card should be banned though. I think that they should just errata it, make it leader locked to Animal Kingdom pirates and Big Mom pirates, and the problem goes away. Yes, it's still strong in decks like Kaido, Pudding, the other Kaido, oh shit, but I think that's understandable. I think that's fair. You're allowed to have powerful cards bring back old dead leaders. Just look at what they're trying to do with the Smoker leader and all the starter decks that they're coming out. They're printing out specific cards leader locked for these leaders to help them get back into the meta, which I really enjoy. I really like that thought process. I like that creativity that they're bringing to the game where they want to bring life into old leaders. Not as much what they're doing with this. The next card I could see getting hit from the list would be Gordon. Gordon, I don't think is a problem card. It's just more of it's too many in the card pool. Gordon is the exact same card as Raise Max, which came out in OPO 5, 6, OPO 5. You put it to the bottom of the deck, you -3K to something, it's very good, but having 8 of these in your deck can get a little bit too much. I see decks running 7 of them or 8 of them on the regular basis. 7 is the least that I usually see, and that's definitely gives Law some extra strength. Not being able to search it, so just putting 8 of them in your deck is very strong, because you're going to draw them with Reiju. But I don't think that it's necessarily needing to get banned. I think if you hit other cards in it, it takes away some of that edge that it might have. Because I've definitely played games where I have 4 or 5 Gordons in hand, and I just lose because that's just all I can do. I can minus everything, but I can't summon anything off of it, and it's just a feels bad moment. But it's part of the drawbacks of running 8 of the same card. Sometimes you get bricked up and they're dead cards. It happens. So I don't think it needs to get banned, but I can see it very much getting banned or limited down to 2 or 1. Speaking to limiting a card, I think they might touch Kid Killer. Kid Killer is a very, very strong card. A 4/5 rush that becomes a 4/7 rush that is essentially free is definitely a problematic card. I don't think they should touch it because Red has been in such a bad spot for so long. This is the first time that they're getting a good rush card and a good card for red, up until Sanji comes out, where that's going to change everything. I think that they might push this down to 2 cards, to limit it down to 2 cards, but I don't think it's necessary. But I can see them definitely cutting off that top end power of Law, saying, hey, you know, the direction that we see red going is going to be Whitebeard, that has a lot of Whitebeard locked cards, or Sanji, that has a lot of cards that we give rush to that actually probably won't even run Kin Killer, because the 3/5 starter Zoro, the Don X1 Zoro, is a 4/7 rusher when you use it like that, and it becomes a 6k on the opponent's turn, so it's just inherently better than Kin Killer. So different decks would use different cards to kind of fill that slot, so they may limit this down to 2, say, hey, you can only inherently have 2 of them. Unsure if it's needed, but that's definitely a direction they might go. For the last card inside of Law I think might get hit would be Reiju. Reiju is the engine to Law. It's what makes it so good, besides Black Maria. There's nothing searchable in decks, so you don't run any searchers. You don't run one-drop searchers, no Buena Festas anymore. There's no like Straw Hats or anything that you would search for. The Heart Pirate searchers aren't good, so this would be the only way you draw cards, this and Queen. They're either going to do one of 2 things. They're either going to leader lock it, which I really hope they don't. They really should not leader lock this. This is just a really good purple card that can fit into a lot of versatile decks. I think that's fine. I think they might limit it down to 2 as well, just because having so much draw power in a deck can be a negative thing in a lot of other matchups. Obviously, you want a deck that can draw as many cards as possible, but when you can draw all these cards for free, it becomes problematic. So they're either going to limit it to 2 or leader lock it. I personally hope they don't touch this card, because I really, really love this card. One of my favorite cards. I love drawing. I love playing decks that have red in it. That's why I love Law so much. And Reiju is just such an integral part of that. But it's not the toxic board spamming, it's just drawing, which kind of fuels other aspects. So it is a tough decision what to do with it. But I hope they don't touch this one personally. And finally, the last card that I think might get hit is Gecko. You may have noticed that Gecko Moria is not red and it is not purple. Well, that is because it doesn't go in the Law deck. It's not on the chopping block for that. It is just on the chopping block for being the absolute best card in Black. Black has been an overwhelmingly strong color in very recent history. Sakazuki obviously had its very strong run. Gecko Moria has been very strong. Lucci's now very strong. All of which, since OP06, since this card has come out, have all run this card. And all of these decks have a very, very strong late game. Because you drop this on 8 or you drop it on 9 or 10 with some minusing cards. You summon Lucci, you summon Rebecca, you know, in Lucci, this can go, you can play this on an empty board and have 5 characters by the end of it. Because you summon Gecko, you summon Rebecca, you summon your 2-drop off of that, and then Rebecca summons Spandine, and then Spandine summons a Lucci or something. And you go 5 cards wide, including a blocker, including something that's going to minus, one that's going to KO, and then just an extra one that's going to get you out all the cards you need. That is a lot of Dawn. It's like 16 to 20 Dawn for an 8 Dawn turn. Really, really disgusting. I don't think that it needs to get banned. It's a very strong card, but it's what Gecko Moria does. He revives things from the dead. He revives it from the trash. It's thematic, it's strong, but if it's in Gecko Moria or Perona, I think it's not too overpowering. It still has its strong plays, but it will still lose to other decks. But having this card not leader locked is the only reason why Black Yellow Luffy is so dominant, which is a top 3 deck in the meta, why Lucci is so dominant, which is a top 5 deck. Gecko Moria is around top 5. Like, there's all these decks that are towards the top, like tier 1.5 decks, they all run Gecko Moria because you need to run Gecko, and if you lose, it's probably because you didn't see Gecko Moria. So that's my take on what might get banned, limited. Remember, this is happening August 12th in Japan, so it's gonna take some time for those kind of changes to come over from Japan to America to Europe. to wherever you may be on the West. But just pray that Law doesn't get too hurt, please. That's all I ask for. I need it to be okay. I love it too much. But maybe, nah, I'm waiting for Sanji anyway. Till next time, guys, I'll see you later.
I got the flavor, I got the flow. Captain D's, I'm about to show. I'm the one, the king of the game.